are in conditioning week, A-CON week, A-CON². Who knows what the squared means?
Aerobic and anaerobic.
Aerobic and anaerobic. Oh, I got your temperature real quick. Oh boy.
Kevin, you all right?
What do you mean? Am I all right?
It looks like you're having a rough go there.
Oh, you know what? It's I feel like I'm in worse shape for taking a week off.
Cossack lunge is our mobility. Take a deep lunge. Ooh. See how low you can get those hips? When you go to the left, you're rotating the right hip up and out. Trying to get that inner thigh sink down into that lunge. And then keep your hips low. Shift over to the other side. Rotate the opposite hip up. So this is where the magic happens. On this side, rotating outward. Keep the hips low. Shift to the other side. Try to go a little deeper. Rotate that hip up and out. Sink down into those lunges. Good morning, Nat. Cossack lunge is our mobility. Shift the hips left and right. Drop them low. Open up the inner thigh. They suck.
I end up feeling weak for the rest of the week.
We're going to go for like another 40 seconds. All right, so warm up. It's going to be same amount of work, same amount of rest, increasing. So in other words, you're going to do 10 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest with both exercises. And then you're going to go 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, both exercises, so forth and so on, until we get to a minute of each. Okay? Now, I already created this. I'll just copy and paste it. But I appreciate you taking the initiative. All right, so 2 exercises you guys are going to do today. One's going to be a transverse bridge, but we're going to do the animal flow that we did a couple weeks ago. So bear crawl position here. You're going to shift your hips underneath. I don't know if you guys at home can see that all rearranged. Once you square your hips up, then bridge up. Press your hands into this back arm here. Again, you don't want to sink down here, so really press up and then come back around, pull that knee through. Okay, so it looks like this. So you're shifting underneath, like breakdancing style. Then bridge up, reach, and then bring that knee through the butt. Does that make sense? And normally we would do it up and over. So it's just a small little change to that, increasing your shoulder mobility and yeah, you're breakdancing, you're coming underneath. And then your second exercise is fast feet. It's not really fast, and that's going to be difficult to do, especially as the rounds increase in time. Okay, so find the whole week. Conditioning is all about finding your pace, finding something you can sustain, not going too crazy and hyperventilating, but finding a nice pace for yourself. Make sense for the warm-up? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go to work. It's only 10 seconds. It's going to be quick. Here's how it's going down. Your work period this week. Concepts. Either 5 or 8 rounds, depending on how you're feeling, depending on what you want to do, depending on if you like the exercises, if you don't like the exercises. Your call. Okay? But you're doing a buy-in first before you begin your work. If you're in-house, either a bike, row, or jump rope, right? If you're at home, either burpees or jump rope. It's going to be 4 minutes of work. Okay, so if you're in here, you just jump on the bike, row, or a jump rope. If you're at home, burpees, I don't expect you to do burpee for 4 minutes. So what I'm going to suggest is every minute on the minute, do 5 burpees. Okay, so it's going to increase your heart rate a little bit and then give you plenty of rest to recover. You can at least get 20 burpees or so, okay? Once you get done with your buy-in, you're going to do 5 or 8 rounds of row to deadlift, folding over at your waist, good strong hinge position, row, and then a deadlift. Really getting those elbows low, trying to keep them towards your waist, and then pinching them back as far as possible. Okay, it's not this. Not just the elbow. You really want to use that upper part. I talk about it all the time to nausea, I'm sure. Right? You want to use that upper back and strengthen those upper back muscles. Sorry, at home if you can't see me, right? You're doing 10 of those. Next up, remember how we did our lunges earlier, our Cossack lunges? Well, now you're gonna do figure eights. Okay, with that kettlebell. As you shift your weight into that lunge, you're exchanging this kettlebell over. Key component is making sure that chest stays up. If this starts happening, that butt starts tucking underneath, folks at home, you're gonna fuck up your back. So really push the hips back and get as wide as you need to create that space. Key ingredient with that. You don't want to fuck up your back. We're doing 8 of those. Last one, sprinter crunch. Flat on your back, big exhale on the way up, reach. See if you can get your elbow to your knee. Okay, meet it halfway, exhale on the way up. We're doing 8 of those. Okay, so those are your 3 exercises. Either 5 or 8 rounds. Once you decide what you're gonna do, you're gonna do a cash out of the same thing that you did when you bought in. Okay, at home, burpees or jump rope. Here you can do a bike row or jump rope or burpees. Okay, for another 4 minutes. Now, if you do 5 rounds and there is time left, your finisher is going to be 2 exercises. Ground to overhead. Okay, I'm just using a dumbbell. You can use anything. You can use a plate or a kettlebell or whatever. Okay, 50 of those. And then 50 frog jumps. From the high plank position, up here, and back to a high plank position, and up here. Okay, your hands always stay touching the floor. 50 of those. Okay, but you can break those up into 3 rounds at minimum. So you can chunk it up, basically like a chipper for the finisher. Now, if you decide to do 8 rounds for your work period, you're not going to have time for your finisher, and that's okay. That's plenty of work. So it's basically design your own cardio component this week. We're just giving you like a cluster of the right exercises to juggle around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go to work.